What's up, you guys? Chet-Guthrie, the Dream Poet here, coming to you all with the very last episode of Native American Heritage Month 2024. And I'll say, you guys, it feels good. The weather's cold. Winter is upon us. But you guys, we are out here in Audubon Acres. It is a nature conservancy out here in Chattanooga. And what makes it so special is it's part of the Trail of Tears historic trail. Also here at the site there is a Cherokee log cabin from the 1700s. They call it the Spring Frog Cabin. I don't think you can go inside it, but at least we can walk up to it. Also here at the at Audubon Acres, there is also the remnants of a Native American village. Originally, they thought it was a part of the Chickamauga Cherokee villages, but that part is rather uncertain. But what they do believe it to be is a Napoche, I think the word is Napoche Indian village is what they believe it actually is. And those Native Americans were around the 1560s when the Spaniards came through. Also here at the museum, they have quite a few really cool Native American artifacts that's in here as well. So anyway, you guys, we're gonna get in here. We're gonna check this place out, and we're gonna close out Native American Heritage Month with a pretty good video. So let's do it, you guys. I'll be able to tell you. Before we get out to the cabin, you guys, let's check out the museum that they have here. And from what I understand, or from what I was told, all these artifacts that they have here, that they were found near this site, or they were found on it. So a lot of this was a part of the little owl village of the Napoche people. No, I'm pronouncing that pretty badly. Got some pottery, arrowhead, millers. It's so cool that they have all this here. Hardaway, turkey tail, and a full grooved axe. You don't see those that often anymore. And much like a lot of everything around in the Chattanooga area, you guys, a lot of it dates back over 12,000 years ago. And this place is no exception, because they have found stuff dating all the way back to the Paleo Indians. Huh, they got a piece of an atlatl, or a slate atlatl. Greenstone axe. Bone awls, you wouldn't want to get hit by that. Bone scrapers that have been found. Bone needles. Pestle, 2 grinding surfaces. And satellite bowl rim shards. Shards? Shards. Of course, here's the archaic period. It looks like when people were kind of settling down, settling into more permanent residence. I think that was more the woodland period, though. Oh, that's cool. Look at that pottery. I've seen that in a place that wasn't far from a family member's property one time. Limestone tempered pot and handheld scrapers. Let's see what they got here in this one. Greenstone celt, bend point, tempered pot, This is a really cool place. Thank you, Andy's Journeys, for showing me this. And here in this display case right here, we have Mississippian period stuff. These are people that probably would have seen the Spaniards. The conquistadors, I should say. It's like they've got some really, really well intact pots. Found a bowl right there. Ceramics. Huh, what's this? Chattanooga, where the march began. The Indian Mound. By the way, you guys, when we get out to the cabin, I got some cool history to share on the cabin that we'll be checking out. Fragments. Oh, and they got chunky stones. I thought that originated with the Cherokee, but I think that may have actually been Mississippian. And a slip? Huh. So they have a really vast collection in here. And in this case, I believe this is all Cherokee stuff. The Cherokee artifacts. A white oak basket. So y'all can see that right there. This is some stuff that they found. A hand-forged axe. Scissor fragments. Piece of flintlock, a hammer. Oh, cool. I got some Cherokee weave work right there. That stuff can get very expensive if you buy that in Koala Boundary. Oh, now this is an interesting map. This is a cool diorama too. Now I want to say this is archaic. I think it would be archaic. Maybe Mississippian. Because you've got a council fire right there. Of course, the Cherokee, who were here from the 1700s to 1838. And the Trail of Tears. Got some stuff from the pioneer days. Of course, you know, you got the pioneers. By the time of the removal, most Cherokee farmsteads were using important English china similar to this pearlware, dated 1790 to 1830. That was a really cool collection. But anyway, you guys, this is what I found out about the Spring Frog cabin. You see, the Spring Frog cabin, before the Trail of Tears, it was owned by a Cherokee man named Spring Frog. He was a farmer in the area, and he was the one who originally owned the house. But when the Trail of Tears started, this is where he and his family started that sad journey out to Oklahoma. And it makes me think back to what we talked about at Red Clay. When, you see, the Cherokee, or the Trail of Tears, it did not start at any particular camp or stockade. It started at the very footsteps, or I should say, porch steps of the Cherokee family's home. So actually, when you think about it, this is where the Trail of Tears actually started, or at least for this home anyway. But how it became a part of the Land Conservancy, the Audubon Park, is it was owned by the man who donated the property that became this park. Now, after the Trail of Tears, it did switch hands a few more times, but the gentleman who donated the property that became this park, he was born in this house and he died in this house. So this cabin has such a really cool history behind it. Originally it was owned by a Cherokee farmer, and well, looks like they got that closed off. You definitely can't go in there. And they do have some well, I wouldn't say artifacts, farming equipment that would be of the time period, like that yoke right there. That I guess it'd be a harvesting yoke or planting yoke. You'd hook them up, or hook 2 cows up to it, or 2 donkeys, and they would pull a they would pull a hoe, and that would till up the ground, and thus you could start your farming. And I wonder what's in here. Looks like some rocks have fallen to the wayside. Oh, that's cool. That's the I guess it would be the cellar area, or not really a cellar, but a crawl space. So I guess really that cellar door is fake. Figures. But oh well. And if you all are curious who donated the land that became Audubon Acres, I believe I'm saying that right, Audubon Acres, here is his grave. Again, it's right next to the cabin. He was Robert Sparks Walker, nationally known author and naturalist, the new moving spirit in founding the Chattanooga Audubon Society. He was the man whom nature revealed her secrets, and he, with gentle wisdom, imparted them to others. Anyway, I believe probably his wife is probably the other one. Yeah, he's buried right next to the spring frog cabin. This is cool. Looks like they had somebody out here with a chainsaw, or somebody who did one of those chainsaw carvings. That'll last a long time because it's made out of red cedar. Red cedar's rot resistant. Right here we have a well. Looks like it's an actual well. Oh cool. That's where they would draw up their water. So now that we've seen the spring frog cabin and the museum, let's check out what was the Little Owl Village, or the Little Owl Indian Village, that like I said, I can't pronounce that name, or the name of that Native American group or tribe, so I'll just put it here. But on the way down there, they do have the Cherokee Arboretum, and my friend Annie's Journeys was telling me about this, and this is kind of what got me interested to make a Native American Heritage Month vlog on this. But the Cherokee Arboretum was made possible through a grant from the state of Tennessee Department of Agriculture, Division of Forestry. The approximately 1 mile Arboretum trail features trees and other plants labeled with their scientific, common, and Cherokee names written in Cherokee syllabary. Trees and plants are labeled with plastic engraved signs. In addition, signs on posts appear in front of the labeled trees which describe the various uses of native peoples who made them. The Arboretum Trail was developed to interpret Audubon Acres in the context of Native American culture and regional history, to give visitors a glimpse into the life of the native people who once lived, hunted, and gathered gifts from the earth in the forests, meadows, and along the banks of South Chickamauga Creek. Native peoples used these gifts for eons of time in a variety of ways, including for food, shelter, clothing, medicine, dyes, and household items. This kind of interpretation does not occur in any other site in this region. As you read the tree identification signs along the trail, consider the ingenuity and resourcefulness of the Cherokee people used in their daily lives for survival and well-being. Remember that this information was not written down for them in books or taught to them in formal schools. They came to appreciate the value that all living things offer due to their closeness with nature and their belief that we are all part of an intricate web of life that must be revered and respected. That is a lot of cool info. And as they were saying, actually here's one right here before we even go down the trail. It's a water oak. This is a water oak right here, Quercus nigra. But the Cherokee name of it was Gulanigua. Gulanigua. Large leaves were used to wrap dough for boiling when making bread. Deep green dye is obtained from the inner bark when alum is added to the dye pot. Deep orange dye will result from boiling the inner bark in a tiny dye pot. And now, much like the trails at Moccasin Bend, all of it for the most part is flat land. So I will gladly take it. Yes. Get down with my fat self. It is really pretty out through here. It's also right next to the train tracks. Also, looks like we're coming up to another Cherokee and another Cherokee historical interpretive plant sign with the black walnut, Juglans nigra, or otherwise known in the Cherokee language as Sidi. Sidi, I think that's how you pronounce it. Nuts are edible, bark used cautiously for medicine because it is poisonous. Hot tea is made from the inner bark. It is also used to treat smallpox. Small pieces of bark can be chewed for toothache and serves as blood and heart tonic. The tea is used on the skin to clean and heal and scrapes and sores. Outer bark and leaves placed in streams will make the fish float. Well, that's true because black walnut husks have rotenone in them, and it kills fish. The leaves contained jugalone, well, however I pronounced it, a chemical similar to diazepam. Really? Valium. Black dye is made from old dry husk and bark. The leaves are used to make a greenish dye. The wood is for carving, gun stocks, and furniture. Many uses of the black walnut, or otherwise known as Sidi. Looks like that tree got struck down. Looks like that also goes somewhere too. I don't think I'm going to steer off the path. Yeah, I'm just gonna enjoy it. So peaceful out here. And look, we have another Cherokee historical, or a Cherokee plant interpretive sign. There we go. It is the sweet gum, Liquidambar styraciflua, or Silali. There we go. Sweet gum. Rosin is collected in the spring and mixed with sheep or cow tallow to make a salve that is good for itches, sores, and skin ulcers. The salve can be used on animals and people. Bark tea treats nervous patients. Rosin or inner bark is used for diarrhea, flux, and dysentery. Sweet gum is one of the ingredients in a tonic to treat bad disease. Wonder what kind of bad disease. And hardened gum is used for chewing gum. So the silali, those are all the uses that the Cherokee people would use for this tree. Probably tea. Well, I wonder even to this day in the Eastern Band or the Western Band or the Oklahoma Band. And right across from that, looks like we're getting pretty close, because we got to take the Ford of Youth to get to the Little Owl Village loop. Also says, stop, no vehicles behind it or beyond this point. That wouldn't be good if they did did cross that, that'd be pretty bad. Well, you think that they'd put a bridge out here, but I guess not. But I mean, I'm not complaining. I like the ruggedness of the Little Chickamauga Creek. And plus, it doesn't really look all that bad. Gotta walk across the rocks. Like so. Looks like we gotta do it again. Looks like it also won't be bad because there are more rocks out here as well. Maybe I'm going the wrong way because there's the creek. So I might have to backtrack because I don't think this is it. Well, I guess I'm not going that way. That's all flooded. Yay. We gotta go the long way. But we did come across another tree with a lot of Cherokee uses. That is the mockernut hickory, or Carya tomentosa, or as the Cherokee would call it, wani. Wani. Nuts are used for food. Inner bark is an astringent and detergent. Inner bark chewed and placed on arrow wounds, which helps stop the bleeding and heal the wounds. Ball players drink bark steeped to make their limbs supple. Boiled inner bark yields a clear yellow dye. Wood is used to make blowgun darts, arrow shafts, handles for tools, barrel hoops, and corn beaters. Inner bark is used for chair bottoms and for finishing baskets. Wood is also used for firewood. So again, a lot of uses, a lot of gifts from Mother Nature. And right across from that one, here is the a southern or northern red oak, Quercus rubra, or known as Duluotsi. Duluotsi. The bark is used as an astringent, an antiseptic, and tonic. It is used for long intermittent fevers and to treat indigestions, chronic dysentery, and any debility of the system. That's right. Bathing in the tea, chills and fevers. Bark tea is applied to sore, chapped skin, or drank to relieve asthma. Chewing the bark will also treat mouth sores. Wood splits are used for making baskets. The wood is also used for lumber, firewood, furniture, woven chair bottoms, railroad ties, wagon spokes and rims, and corn beaters. Bark and roots make the best dark, rich brown dye. This one is the smooth hydrangea, which is that one right there. Cherokee uses. The inner bark and leaves are used as a stimulant, antiseptic, antiemetic, and purgative. Hydrangea has been used to treat ulcers, tumors, sprains, and as an ingredient in a tea used to treat menstrual symptoms. A cold tea of the green inner bark can be used to stop vomiting in children. Scraped bark is used to treat burns and raise sores by binding it to the wound. A poultice for sore, swollen muscles is also made from the bark. The bark can be chewed to smooth stomach troubles and lower high blood pressure. Well, that is a lot of uses for the smooth hydrangea. And you know what? I noticed this one doesn't have the Cherokee name for it. And we got a black gum right here, Nyssa savitica, or uniqua. Midwives give a root tea from the black gum to women during childbirth to ease the pains of labor. Used as an ingredient in tonics to treat worms, milky urine, diarrhea, and bad disease. And now here's one of my favorites, the river cane. I'm not going to pronounce the scientific name, but an aya. The leaves of this grass are used to make a gold dye. The leaves are also used to weave baskets. The woody bamboo stem is used to make blowguns, split cane darts, Cherokee flutes, and arrow and spear shafts. To hollow out a stem from a blowgun or flute, a hot coal is dropped down the center of the stem to burn through each knuckle. River cane is also a beautiful building material in warmer weather. And in my days of being an intern at the Sequoia Birthplace Museum many moons ago, I know the river cane is very special even to the Cherokee of the present day. So there's a lot you can do with it. By the way, it's really cool to see a Cherokee blowgun get well, I'm not going to go there, but anyway, a Cherokee blowgun get used. There we go. And here's a really famous local spot. It's not really so much Native American related, but it's the swinging bridge that they got out here. So I'm curious to see what it's gonna be like, considering we were almost at the Little Owl village. But we gotta take this way, which is the long way, because, well, you've got Little Chickamauga Creek, and, well, I really don't know how deep the water is out there. So I figured, why not stick to being safe today? There we go. Yeah, this is fun. Okay. Now that's done. Well, after a couple of minutes of hiking, well, we are, I think we're on the right path. The Little Owl Village. Right this way. Or where the Little Owl Village was at one time. We were just over there a minute ago. Well, that wasn't so bad. I mean, it was only 0.4 miles to backtrack and get on the trail that we needed to get on, but we are in what was Little Owl Village. Now, if you all are curious about the Napoche Indian tribe, well, here's a little bit of information about them. Now, Napoche Indians were a Muskogean tribe of Alabama, relatives to the Chickasaw and Choctaw tribes. They were sometimes also known as the Napoche. The Napoche no longer exist as a distinct tribe. They were believed to have merged into the Chickasaw and or Acalapacia tribes. Most Napoche descendants probably live among the Choctaws and Chickasaws of today. Their language was never properly recorded, but was clearly and closely related to Choctaw and Chickasaw. So that's just some information about the people who lived on this area, who lived in this land. Looks like it's really, oh wow, this is a really nice opening. Just across the river you got the railroad tracks. See, we got the bend in the river. That's really awesome. So I'm guessing this is where it turns around. And all the way out here, here is a little more information, further information on the Little Owl Village site. This area is known as Little Owl Village, a Napoche Indian site. Dr. Nick Honerkamp, another UTC archaeologist, conducted field schools here from 1992 to 1996. Their excavations identified the wattle and daub structure of a late prehistoric or early historic winter house. It is circular, measuring about 7 meters, and contains a clay hearth for cooking. Several pits were also discovered with remains of deer, raccoon, and large quantities of hickory nuts. Tristan de Luna de Arellano, with his party of Spanish conquistadors, probably passed through this area around 1560. Historians debate routes or expeditions by de Luna, de Soto, and Pardo. Archaeological evidence suggests it was de Luna's expedition, not de Soto's, that discovered Little Owl Village and witnessed its burning by Coosa Indians. Their main village was located near Carter's, Georgia. Archaeology extends scant written records on tribes of the Southeast in the 16th and 17th centuries. It can help us understand the culture of prehistoric Native Americans, their history, and how they revered the land. So imagine many years ago, this was a once thriving village, but now it's just a quiet field. Well, you guys, this has been a fun Native American Heritage Month series. I'm glad I got to do it. I like telling the stories of the people who came before. It's really important history, and it's really important history to remember and know. But anyway, I do it for some sites that are threatened. But anyway, you guys, after this video, it is now officially Christmas season. Man, this year has already flown by. But anyway, you guys, remember, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon. Always means a lot. Goes to show that y'all care. Now y'all want to see more awesome videos like this. So without further ado, you guys, this Native American Heritage Month vlog of 2024 is over. See y'all in the next one. Peace, you guys.